I'm from the Leicester Progressive Synagogue, and I want to tell you today about an initiative that is coming up, and to actually invite you to it if you haven't already found out about it. So we've been working with an organisation, Safe Passage, which is a national campaign, which some of you probably know about already. And the particular part of the campaign that we're interested in is something that is called Our Turn. And Our Turn is a coalition of faith leaders, of Kindertransport survivors and charities and different leading public figures who are calling for the UK to offer sanctuary to vulnerable child refugees. It's led by Lord Alf Dubs, and what it's calling for is for a new resettlement commitment for children at risk that would see 10,000 child refugees brought over to the UK over the next 10 years. And it's looking that this commitment should build on and extend the current VCRS scheme beyond 2020. This particular commitment should be open to vulnerable and unaccompanied refugee children in Europe as well as in other regions. And this is happening now because it is the 80th anniversary of the start of the Kindertransport. And the Kindertransport, which probably most of you know, was a rescue operation that was launched by the UK government and Jewish groups that saved 10,000 child refugees from Nazi Europe. And what they're hoping is that there will be a new commitment to resettle the child refugees, which will continue the UK's proud history of offering sanctuary to vulnerable children. So the synagogue's part in this campaign is going to be an event that we're holding Saturday week on the 29th, which is going to be the end of our festival of Succoth. And Succoth is a feast of tabernacles, and it's a time where we build temporary booths. And it reminds us of our own history of the story of the Exodus, and how throughout the ages our story has been one of exile and homelessness. And so it reminds us of our responsibility as Jews to provide for people seeking sanctuary and refuge. And so our event is going to be inviting local councillors, MPs, leaders of different faith organisations and members of our own community to an event where we will have different speakers and some refreshments in our synagogue, an opportunity to visit the sukkah, our temporary booth, and our rabbi will speak a little bit about the festival. So we want it to be a celebration, but we also want it to be an opportunity to call upon the councillors to make a pledge. And this pledge is leading up to a much bigger public event on November the 15th, which is going to be held at the Friends House in Euston. And what we're looking for is 1,000 people to come. And Theresa May has promised to come to that event. And the idea is that for every council that will be represented within the room will stand up and make a pledge for how many child refugees they will accept. And the ask is also for it to be fully funded, that the central government will fully fund this. So if you can come to either of those events, I've put an invitation to our synagogue event at the back, and also the campaign materials from Safe Passage, so please do help yourself. All I ask is if you want to come, then please just RSVP me, and my email there, Michele Benn, is on the bottom of the invitation. And if you want to go to the event in London, then there are ways of accepting that invitation as well. On the bottom of this campaign pack, there is a telephone number and an email to contact the organisers in London if you wish to go to London.